Hi, good morning, and welcome to our morning motivations. This is Pastor Gloria Gattu from Life to All Nations, founder and director. Just the right way to start your morning is to get right into the Word. Today, I want to talk to you about how you can give God an exceptional kind of worship through your hardship. The world today is filled with lack of certainty and lack of confidence, and we are unsure about even the weather conditions. We don't never know when it is winter, when it is rainy, or it's summer. It's very hot one moment, and suddenly out of nowhere there's thunderstorms, and we are definitely facing perilous times. Our day-to-day routines have drastically changed as a global phenomenon takes hold, and all of these things are used to distract us, to destroy us, but worship triumphs above all. We must worship from our homes, from our places of business, in our cars, or in our way to from work, and before we go to bed. Because when the enemy comes to fight, we do not submit to it. Because we must do what we always do when we are going through a period of hardship: worship. No, worship is the most powerful weapon that we have in our arsenal. God has given us a mountain moving tool, and it is worship. And do not be afraid anymore, because we worship a living God. Daniel chapter 3 and verse 28, it says, "And at this time some astrologers came forward and denounced the Jews. They said to King Nebuchadnezzar, 'May the king live forever. Your majesty has issued a decree that everyone who hears the sound of the horn, flute, lyre, harp, and pipe, and all kinds of music must fall down and worship the image of gold, and that whoever does not fall down and worship will be thrown into a blazing furnace.' But there were some Jews whom you have set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, who pay no attention to you, your majesty. They neither serve your gods nor worship the image of gold you have set up." The furnace was prepared, but in a different way. The furnace was heated 7 times harder than normal, says the word of God. And there were these 3 men, they were tied and they were put in the fiery furnace because they did not want to bow down or worship the idol or the gold. They had an exceptional heart. They did not follow the rule, but instead they wanted to worship a God whom they believe and know and trust that God will deliver them out of all trouble. Even though they were put in the fiery furnace, they did not scream or yell, or they were not in pain or anguish. Instead, they were heard praising and worshiping God, says the Bible. The king jumped up and said to everyone, "Did not we put 3 men in the furnace? And now we see 4 men in the furnace with them." The king said to them, "It was the son of their God." Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were completely unharmed. So I want to encourage every one of you, no matter what situation you are in, no matter where you are in your life, no matter what, Jesus is ready to rescue you. Jesus is ready to help you, sober you up if you are in any addictions, mend your relationship. He can heal your health problems, and simply believe that with God, all things are possible. The reasons they were exceptional is because they loved God, and they did not go back or give up in worshiping the God whom they believed. No matter what, they were ready to give their life to Jesus and lay down their life, because the word of God also says in 1 John 2:15, it says, "Love not the world, neither the things of the world, for the love of the Father will not be in us." In Luke chapter 4 and verse 8, Jesus said, "Worship the Lord your God and serve him only." Giving God an exceptional kind of worship opens the Spirit of God to move in our lives. Even though it is not the easiest of times to worship in your life, but know that you are the light of the world. Know that God is with you and for you and not against you, because you are the light of the world. A city on a hill cannot be hidden, neither do people light a lamp, says the word of God, and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on the stand. And as the word of God says, "Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify the Father in heaven." Don't be afraid, and be more determined to worship him, because in the presence of God, there is absolute fullness of joy. So let your worship be an exceptional kind of worship. God bless you, and you have a wonderful day. Hey, like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell button. Follow us on Instagram so we can connect with you and you can connect with us.